When I first got my ostomy, I didn't change my clothing at all because at the beginning it was more about adapting to having the bag on and not really how I looked. 5 years in, I wear tight dresses, I wear high-waisted skirts.
I wouldn't say that I've ever been limited, so I can wear tight things like Kristen does. One thing that I avoid is high-waisted things, and it's because my stoma is higher up on my belly. Some people have it lower, some people have it placed higher, so that's just my preference.
Yes, I would say you should never be afraid of getting your bag wet, whether it's the shower, in a spa, in the ocean. I personally go out and swim in my bathing suits. I wear high-waisted bathing suits, one pieces, and I'm never afraid to get it wet, and you should never be either.
I've even worn bikinis at the beach. One thing to note though is certain bags are made out of hydrocolloid, so they are designed to absorb water. So there are different products designed to waterproof a bag that go around the flange, and they are fantastic, and they make it pretty much completely waterproof, so you can go swimming, do whatever you're gonna do.
So when I first had my ostomy, I did not want anybody to know. As I learned that it was okay to have one, I now have friends who I will walk around without my shirt on. I'll change my bag around. I even tell new friends that I meet, if I'm having to change my bag, I'm like, you know what, it may be necessary to tell them because I may have an issue in the future.
I had a totally different approach when I got my ostomy. I had family advise me that I should probably keep it under wraps, I shouldn't advertise it, and I was a little bit rebellious, so I decided to start with friends, and my best friend was the first person I told. And I distinctly remember her, we were 16 in my high school bathroom, and she goes, "What? Can I see it?" So I pulled up my shirt, I had a fresh scar, fresh stoma, clear bag, and she loved it. And she named it, and it's been named Leroy ever since. I didn't wake up for a couple days. So mine was done as an emergency surgery, and I was really not aware of what was going on. My first memory was a few days later waking up to a nurse kind of messing with my belly, and I asked her, "Do I have a stoma?" And she said, "Yep." She pointed it out to me. I said, "Great," and I fell back asleep. So that was my first memory of having my ostomy.
Wow. I met my doctor the first day, and she decided that I was gonna have an ostomy that same day. So we went across the street and I had surgery, and I woke up and the first thing I thought was, I'm in pain. I don't even really need to see the bag, I'm in pain. And I went home 3 days later and I was like, wow, I'm already feeling better. Like, it was super quick. But now that I see that yours was more of an emergency, I wouldn't say mine was really an emergency. It was, we need to get this bag on so you can heal.
Yeah.
But
I was told that I had a 1 in a million chance going into a resection surgery of getting an ostomy.
when I first received my ostomy, I did not think I could ever date. I could not think I could be intimate. I couldn't have anybody else accept my ostomy until I did. So once I did, which did not take too long, I did date. I didn't necessarily tell them about the bag right away, but I was comfortable being with them, and now 5 years later, I have a boyfriend of 1.5 years. We're intimate, there's never been an issue with the bag. That being said, it has leaked, I've had to change it in front of him, but it's never been like, you have a bag, there's a serious issue. I told him the first day and he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what? And he's like, that bag gave me you. And it was all from there, up.
So when I first got my ostomy, I was introduced to a guy with Crohn's disease and an ostomy. So we actually started dating, and it was nice, it's over, but he made me realize that, you know, I didn't care that he had a bag. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. And I realized he probably doesn't care that I have one either. And from there, I've had a few boyfriends that, you know, wonderful relationships, and now I'm engaged. And the worst absolute things that could happen with your ostomy have happened in front of my fiance. He literally pulled my ostomy bag off, and we laughed about it. It was hilarious, and he felt really bad. But it's really shown me the good in people, and that people really don't care. They don't. It's not an issue.